It will not be just AI, it will be going towards AGI.
No, this is automation. Running a startup, there are a lot of non-tech problems.
Non-tech problems.
Amit has started taking so much tension.
People will judge us.
It took me like more than a week to convince him.
It becomes very difficult for a startup to really succeed.
There is a reason he comes in such less videos.
So one easy part of software development now is
We had to literally go through the old school method. We interviewed straight for I think 3-4 days and we weren't finding the good candidates. When we started thinking about this, we were actually talking about that our inspiration is kind of Jarvis.
we want to take this product to that level.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
Welcome to our first ever couples podcast.
My life's first podcast.
Yeah.
You keep giving a lot of podcasts.
But yeah, his first podcast because we have launched Agentstop.ai and we hope you have gone through it. And we wanted to walk you through the entire process of building Agentstop.ai, the technical and the non-technical difficulties that we faced about our team, the decisions that we had to make, the hard decisions that we had to make, the disagreements, the fights that we had as a couple and as a couple founder couple or whatever you want to say, but all the disagreements that we had and the major decisions that we had to make. Why and the technical challenges as well, right? So everything is going to be
people will find it useful and maybe funny. I don't know, but hell, let's suppose that people will find it useful, what it takes or what problems people face to create a new product from scratch.
Correct. Right? And it's going to be completely unfiltered, and this is just going to be us chit-chatting and sharing our lessons with you. So let's get started that why did we build Agentstop first of all. So I think both of us as software engineers have always wanted to build like a tech product properly, a scalable tech product. We both have had conversations while walking after dinners.
In our society, we used to take a walk after dinner and it's like,
this is our daily routine.
Let's create some product. And we are like, but what product? And 𝐶𝐞𝐤𝐴 was already doing good, right? So, and we did not want to like get into edtech again, like create one more product around edtech. So we are thinking around, okay, let's create some product, some engineering product, right?
Right. So let me give you context about why did we not want to build an edtech product, because there are already solutions that are available, plenty. So if you all don't know about it, there are companies dedicatedly who help hosting the courses, right? So any creator that you can think of, even the non-technical ones, like, the creators who are into finance and all, they usually host their courses with third-party solutions, and that's what we have also done. So you must have seen, like, most of the creators do this. Some creators choose to build their own platforms, but we did not want to do that because it's not very technically challenging, because
You're
there
talking about LMS.
yeah, like edtech platform, right? Because there are already a lot of solutions that are available out there. So it was not of our interest to build the same thing. We wanted to really solve a genuine problem, but we were thinking about what, right? Like,
Correct.
So that was always the question: what should we solve for? And we would have like so many discussions about what is the pain point right now.
And then there are a lot of discussions going on when you open LinkedIn or maybe even for Instagram, you will see a lot of reels or news coming up around AI.
Correct.
And the time it was around November, December, then we thought let's launch our Gen AI courses. And we went through a lot of stuff around GI because we had to take a course. So
we went through, like, I think Amit has gone through 40 plus articles about just the transformer architecture.
I don't remember.
I'm sure he has. He has
articles,
actually gone through entire books.
A lot of, 2-3 books that I just went through.
Because we were, obviously we wanted to give our best in Gen AI course, and
Correct.
we were covering it like in a lot of depth as well as breadth, right? So we covered so many topics and it was just crazy.
Yeah. And thing is ki the whole world is talking about AI. It's something like internet or mobile, the revolution that came, the internet revolution. Lot of companies after the internet revolution came, right? Like good companies. So this was a time like a lot of companies were bubbling up, like a lot of AI companies, right? And because we were also learning a lot about Gen AI, the natural idea came, right?
The thing is, as the months passed by, every month there was something new to learn about. Like, for example, the month when I had launched the Gen AI course, DeepSeek was not there, right? Like, just the general model was there, not the reasoning model was not there, right? And then when like the course was going on and the reasoning model was there and everyone was talking about DeepSeek, so we went through the paper and we taught that as well. So the thing is, it is changing so fast, and we genuinely thought, like, you remember how when PCs came into picture, or when mobile phones came into picture, internet came into picture, everyone was like, who will use this? General public, it's not going to be reachable, or it's not going to be used by general public. But for the first time, we had this thinking, okay, this is the opportunity where we have to build something that will be used by general public, and it is going to be scalable. Everyone should be able to use it.
Correct. And by the time we were doing this, so ChatGPT was already a big thing, right? And Gemini and DeepSeek, everything was coming. And even if you see, I'm not talking about software developer people, but even the non-tech people. And when I say non-tech, like people like in finances or HR, they're also using ChatGPT.
Correct.
Everyone knows at least the name ChatGPT. If you have to ask some question, you go to ChatGPT, you tell something, gives response, you copy it and do something else after that, right?
Now that is the interesting part, that you copy from the ChatGPT and then you paste it. And then if you start thinking about it, right, then what are you doing? You're doing a lot of repeated work unknowingly. All of us every day are doing so much of repeated work right now. Copy from ChatGPT, paste it to Gmail, or paste it to documentation, or paste it somewhere, right? And paste it to sheets, or
Keerti, not just paste it. Like, you take the response and then you decide what to do. You take some decision like you take the response and then you decide, okay, should I buy this stock or not? Okay, what is happening, like suppose in healthcare or in finance, everyone was using ChatGPT. Whatever the response it was giving, they were taking some decision based out of it.
And then also take the action, right?
And like then also take the action, exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
And then buy the stock, or for example, send the mail, or anything, right? Anything.
And biggest example was ourselves, like software developer people. People in software developer were biggest user of ChatGPT and all. They were writing code in and out of ChatGPT.
Correct. And I'll tell you some basic use cases. Like, for example, I've already taught in the class the same thing. Now I want to create notes. Now the thing is, I will not get the satisfaction from, like, a person who is not really a pro in it, creating notes, because that is not up to my level. So a lot of times I had to sit and write the code, or make ChatGPT write the code, and then the notes, and then I had to correct it, or create, for example, quizzes or puzzles. And now this is something that I do on a daily basis, right? So I can see that there are things that people are doing on repetition, and it can be automated. So that is where Agentstop came into picture.
So there is a natural progression, right? So ChatGPT is there, you ask some question from it, it gives you a response, and then you take some decision out of it, and then you plan some action around it, right? And this is for most of the people, it is a repetitive task you will be doing. For software developer, it is writing code, raising PR, pushing to GitHub. It will be a thing that you will be doing every day, right? So if you go to the finance domain, people will be researching the news, they will be researching different articles and all. They will be taking some be taking some decision. Then after that, they will take some action, like which one to buy, which not to buy, right? So this is the repetitive task we are talking about.
Correct. And a lot of you might be thinking at this point that there are a lot of automation solutions available.
Then, and there are.
Promise, you have talked to actually so many people, even the techies in our field, the best of the people. I have talked to them. I have talked to the best of the product managers, that are you really doing the automation yourself? In fact, I was talking to Amit the other day. You remember the first time you run your code and the feeling that, okay, my code has run. That feeling is just so amazing. And I was talking to someone, and that product manager was like, the first time I was able to automate some repetitive task that I had to do. That feeling was just amazing, right? So being able to automate your work. So
it feels like magic. Yes. So something happened itself.
Correct.
Right.
And the solutions that are available right now, right? A lot of it is very hard to understand. It's not easy to follow, or even people are not aware of it, right? So, it is not easy to set up.
So I think the automations were made for the technical people. Yes. It's something like that. And we wanted to make it reach to even for the non-tech, for the tech and even for the non-tech, so that even the non-tech people can use these automation to make their task easy, like repetitive task easy, right?
Correct. Also, okay, let's talk about one more very interesting point. So I'll ask when you answer me. And I get asked this so frequently. In fact, this was the first question that I'm asked whenever I show this product. Everyone asks me this. Is the first question, that who are you catering to?
This is the common question that gets asked to any startup.
Correct. So who are you catering to? Who is your customer, or who is using your product, right? Who is the user of your product? So is it just the developers? Is it just the HR folks? Is it just the salespeople? Is it just the product managers? Who is it? And I think Amit will explain.
It is for everyone. That's what I'm talking about. It is for everyone, and even the technical and non-technical people can use it. It is not like restricted to any particular domain. That's what we are building the product for.
So earlier this used to be the thought process that no, you have
Yes,
to
yes.
focus on a particular domain, right? But
You will see many articles written, many big people talking about, like when you are starting a startup or any company, you try to solve a particular niche. You go to a particular domain. Like if you are in a healthcare, you solve a problem in the deep inside the healthcare. Or if you are solving some problem for the software development, you solve some problem deep inside the software development.
correct.
But why did we choose to create a platform that can help anyone in any domain?
Correct.
So let me tell you the thought process. Like why do we want to cater to all the domains at one time? Like why are we creating the platform for all the domains, not just for one specific domain? So the thought process is, if you see today's world, no, like everyone is talking about the ChatGPT or any LLM, the artificial intelligence, it is going towards AGI. It will not be just AI, it will be going towards AGI, artificial general intelligence, which means that the LLMs or anything you are using today, any model, it will be able to give you deep researched answer in every domain, not just one particular. It will not be restricted to one domain, and it just makes sense naturally, right? So you create a product, you have a LLM or an agent sitting behind it, right? And which can give you answers or very deep research answer in any kind of field. The only thing now, you need a platform to just hook things up, right?
Right. And so once you have this general information, the task that can be automated is actually there in every single field.
Correct.
Right? And a lot of people actually don't understand that they are doing the repeated task. So I was talking the other day to one of the Googlers, and what she told me was that I create pitch decks differently, like every day. So she was like, this is not automation, right? Because I'm creating different pitch deck. I was like, no, this is automation, because
Good example.
what you're doing is you are basically generating different content that you can do using LLM. It can be ChatGPT, it can be anything, right? It can be GPT or Gemini or DeepSeek, whatever. Basically, you create the content and then you put it in your pitch deck in a similar format. So a lot of times your way of taking decisions is actually kind of similar. And
believe me, most of the time now, they will be creating pitch decks out of ChatGPT only.
Correct. But it is just that they will go and they'll copy paste. So instead of that, if the entire thing can be automated, then why not? A very simple example. So whenever I have to tell this, think of an HR. Every morning, suppose, has to go and tell good morning in a very different way at morning 7 a.m. right? Why can't you just schedule this?
I mean, these kind of work should be automated.
Yes.
This is like crime to not automate this.
Right, exactly. Like there are so many salespeople. In fact, in my social network itself, the content creators that I know, there are a lot of people who go like, because we have our EdTech platform, right? So they have to have a salesperson who does nothing but just sends mail or calls when a sale is made, right? When someone purchases a course, when someone enrolls for a course, you have to send them a mail that thank you for enrolling. So these kind of things, how better can you automate them? How personalized can you make it?
Correct.
And how can you make the entire pipeline as seamless as possible, so that we really put our effort in the creative things or in different kind of tasks instead of doing the same task.
So it's like, this is a time like human will evolve to a different level, because there is someone, which is LLM, has come to a human level.
Correct.
Right.
And I think you will be able to do your work much better, right? So I think those who are smarter will definitely use these things, because they will be able to make really good use of your time, right? They are doing work efficiently. Like the same thing can be done in 10 hours, it can be done in 1 hour. It's as simple as that.
I would say 1 minute.
Minutes, right? So it depends, but okay. Once you actually really automate, after that there is nothing to be done. So yes,
Correct.
minutes in fact, right? So yep. So enough about the context about why Agentstop.
Correct.
I think now we can come to the technical, non-technical difficulties that we faced. First, let's get started from team, right? So a lot of people think that because we're building a tech product, the problems would be majorly in terms of tech. Of course, there were a lot of problems, and we'll talk about that as well. But running a startup, there are a lot of non-tech problems.
Non-tech problems, correct.
A lot of problems, and a lot of it is about managing your workforce. Like, your strength and your weakness is your team, I think. And
No, I think one major problem you are missing out. When you bootstrap it and put money out of your pockets,
oh my God.
money is a big problem.
So currently,
You always have to think, should I put money in this or not?
Right. And we are currently we are recording this before launching the product, right? So already, okay, just by testing within our team itself, we are paying like 40,000 rupees just as AWS bills per month. Right, and plus there is developer salaries. So it is definitely not easy to be bootstrapped and build a product on this level. It is in fact really hard. So a lot of people would say ki, okay, you are doing well, so you can live a lavish life or be comfortable that your edtech platform is going well. No, because we have been putting most of the money into it. You can consider it like an investment, but when you think about it, a lot of startups fail. Right,
it's an investment, correct. It's an investment and
it's a risk.
It's a risk we are taking, but it's kind of, we wanted to take that. We are not putting it on anyone. We are the one, and it's a leap of faith we took. We wanted to do it. It's actually interesting to do it. We learned a lot.
It is satisfying. It is more satisfying than, say, spending the money on some materialistic thing. I think it is more satisfying for us this.
I mean, I think at least I can say software developers could understand this, because when they run a particular code after maybe 3 days of debugging, and when it runs, it's satisfying, right? So similar to that, you are trying to create a product and you suddenly see it is running, people 2 or 3 people at the start using it. You see it like a newborn baby.
Correct. And I'll tell you, so usually, when I take courses, I am the one who takes most of the stress. So I won't be able to sleep and I'll constantly be thinking. But when it comes to product, I'll tell you, Amit has started taking so much tension. Like there have been nights, like he wakes up at 3 a.m. and he's like, I'm thinking how to solve this design problem.
I just get stuck in head ki why I'm not able, what is the best way to solve it, why I'm not able to get this correctly.
And there's never a right answer.
Correct. There's never a right answer.
I'll tell you one interesting story. So once we went on a date and we went for a massage, okay? And
people will judge us.
Which is okay. So after the massage, after the massage is over, I'm like, Amit, there is this design problem. How are we going to solve this? He's like, go take bath and come. I went to take shower, and most of the solutions, and I think nice solutions that I can come up with.
There is sneak peek I can give you, or maybe you can say
interesting
thing that a lot of interesting thoughts for Keerti comes when she is out from her after
hot shower.
She comes out and then she's like, okay, I've got the idea.
So I went into the shower and I came back and I'm like, Amit, this is the design solution for this problem. And Amit was like, no, I'm not going to get convinced. And I'm telling you, for a week straight, I'm like, no, Amit, this is the solution. This is how we should do it. Like, no, this is not right. This is not the correct way to go about it. And then we are sitting with our developers in a meeting, and the main developer who is there, he is like, there's this problem, Didi, what to do? I'm like, okay, I'm telling you the solution and you tell me, okay? He's like, yeah, this makes so much sense. And that is when Amit gets convinced. So not by me, but by our developers.
No, it's like Keerti has said it, then I have to be convinced, right?
No, so it took me more than a week to convince him, and that was a major design decision that we had to make, right? So there are a lot of things like this that happens. But okay, I was talking about the team. So okay, I think from the start, even when we had edu courses, when we thought, okay, we have to build a product, and from the very start, our major goal was that our team should really believe in us, really truly believe in us, that ethically we are always thinking in the correct way. We want the best for them as well as for our users. So that was one belief that we genuinely wanted. So we had taken our team on a team trip to Goa in January, and I remember, so with the 2 developers, we used to sit and we used to really talk to them, and both of them were kind of introverts, but the kind of belief that they showed us and the kind of excitement that they showed while they talked about software development, it gave us so much confidence that okay, we have found the correct people.
I mean, for a startup to succeed, I think of course tech is there, money is there, but you need to have some initial people who actually believe in you and the product.
Right.
Until unless it becomes very difficult for a startup to really succeed. I mean, I really believe that you should have 2-3 good people with in at least in the beginning at least.
So, like, I have always told them, like, from the first meeting itself, that guys, you guys are like the founding engineers. So, when suppose Facebook was built, you must have heard about their founding engineer story and things like that, right? So, I talk to them like that you guys are very important. I know it sounds very crazy that, okay, how can you talk, how can you even compare yourself? But I think the amount that they have gotten to learn in the last few months is, I don't think they will get to learn
Even
so
I have
much
got
in
to
any
learn,
other.
dude.
Yeah, even we, like, after teaching so much, after being into software industry for so long, we have gotten to learn so much as software engineers while building this. So I'm sure they have learned like a lot. So our main software developer that we have, he was actually part of our courses. So the first HLD course, LLD course, DSA, he had bought our courses, and then he said, "Ki, let me build your site better," because we did not focus so much on the site part at that time. He built the site for free, and that is how we hired him. We really liked his enthusiasm and belief in us, and that is how we hired him. That, okay, he has attended all our classes, he really likes us, has belief in us, he's really good at it, right? So that is how we hired him. And there were a lot of like, not just technical folks, like for non-technical roles, there have been times where people left, or even technical role people got like better offers, they left. So this always happens, right? Because
it creates a problem also. I mean, I should not
Yeah.
tell it create a problem, but suppose people are working with you for like 3-4 months, they understood the product, and then suddenly they leave. So you have to again hire someone new. You have to make them understand the product.
Correct.
And then so it takes again a timeline. Because of that also our timeline shifted, right?
Correct. Ideally, in like big companies, what happens is that you have a lot of time and money and everything that you can put in, right? But in startups, we are already in a money crunch. We are out of time. We obviously want to go live as soon as possible, right? So we cannot go like, okay, now we're going to give you a lot of time to ramp up, and all. We can't do that. See, there is pressure, obviously.
So the moral of the story at this point of time is people are important.
Yes, very, very important. Like very, very important. So, like, sometimes it is just out of your hands. Like after the Goa trip, we spent so much time, like, making sure that both the developers really believe in us, and then one of them left because we must have gotten a better opportunity, which is, we didn't question it even once. And we
Which is
obviously were unhappy, like not unhappy, like we obviously didn't tell him, but we obviously faced problems. There was like, things could have been faster after that, right? But we won't go and say, no, don't leave, or we won't try to go like, okay, we'll give you more salary. When the person has decided to move out, That is how things work, I think, right? So this has happened like a lot of times, that for tech as well as non-tech roles, the problem, because you can't give a very huge salary also, right? Because
Depends on the money, and we
Yeah.
surely didn't have that much budget
yes,
at the start.
right. So you have to somehow make things happen. So it's a journey in itself. Like, especially I'll tell you, for non-tech roles, no, like the amount of training that I have had to do, be ethical, talk like this, because I'm a very particular person. Even Amit can't reach to that level. He can't. So
She's very particular.
I'm very particular that when you talk to users, talk with respect, talk like this, the mayor should be like this, why did you say like this, right? So you have to be nice to the users. Like, there's so much of, I think, in my head that no, you have to be nice to people, and I'm so particular about things, that notes are not particular, quizzes are not particular. I think people somehow start hating me to some level. Even developers, when I asked them to create quizzes for the GenAI course, they were like, this is the hardest thing we had to do. But
Even you have asked me also to create a quiz. I'm like,
he
I'm
will
done.
give up.
I'm done for it.
There is a reason he comes in such less videos, because I'm so particular that no, this has to be taught like this. It has to be really good. There is a reason that we haven't been able to have like a lot of educators, even though so many people have wanted to come and teach on our platform. I'm like, actually, we have invested money in that also. We're going a slight off topic, but we actually gave money to educators, and we still did not launch the course. Like, we have it recorded. But I did not put it because I was not satisfied with the teaching level. So that, so different stories, but okay. Coming to the technical part, every developer has their own strengths and weaknesses. There will be some things that they'll be more confident in, and there will be things that they will not be great in, right? And as a startup, you have to work on everything. So, how do you take care of that? How do you take advantage of their strengths? But how do you even make sure that their weaknesses
the problem
don't
with the
hamper the
software
progress?
industry is that if you go just for the front end part, there are n number of techs, right? Like you have Angular, you have React, and you can do it in JavaScript. Then you go to backend and you have like n number of tech for backend. Similarly for DB. So you cannot just expect one person to be good in everything, and you have to take a decision. Okay, if I have to build this product, you just have to stick to one particular tech, but which tech, right? And then you have to come to a decision. Okay, what I am good at, what he is good at, and whether that trade-off, we have to take a trade-off. Okay, let's start building with this particular tech, right? So you see, if you go online, there will be a lot of discussions about let's use for the backend, let's use now use Rust, or let's use Golang. That will be less.
And these are such important decisions.
Correct.
Very important.
But the also important decision is you have to build it faster. That you should also remember. If you are a startup, you have to launch the product early. You cannot just go to the best tech in the world and best product and take 2-3 years, because you don't have that much money and time, right? So these things you have to take a trade-off.
Correct. So, so I'll tell you an example, like the developer that I've been talking about. So he's really good with JavaScript, TypeScript. So he's really awesome at it and very confident in it. So when we were building our product, so there was one very important component that we wanted to put in a different microservice, and we wanted to write that in Python. And the moment we used to talk about that,
agent part.
Yes. So the moment we used to talk about it, he used to go like, okay, this is going to take a lot of time. And actually, we had experience in it because we have written a lot of code in Gen AI, and we have, in general, we have AI experience now. So we were like, okay, so let's do this. You take care of that.
So we both sat down.
Yes, we were like, we will code this part.
We code the whole AI agent wala part.
Yes. So we sat down, and trust me, there are so many problems. So this is so recent, okay? The libraries are so recent that you won't find the solutions on ChatGPT. You won't find it on any LLM. You won't even find it on Stack Overflow a lot of times.
So now one easy part of software development now is you get the solutions easily if it is from the earlier tech.
Correct.
But now the problem
if the recent libraries, like the people who have built them.
If suppose you are facing problem with the libraries like LangGraph or maybe Agentstop.ai SDK, there are not lot of articles, or maybe you will not find a lot of in Google search or Stack Overflow, right? And because LLMs are not trained on that, you will not get the response also.
Right.
So that is the difficult part now.
So we had to literally go through the old school method. We went through the GitHub code. Like we sat together and we were like, oh, maybe this is how it is happening. We like told
Sometimes
each other.
just put it, going in the dark, just let's use this function, see what the response comes.
Yes, because there is no documentation in some libraries. There is like,
it's an old documentation also.
yes, old documentation, and things are changing so fast. If you take MCP libraries for that matter, oh my god, the speed with which things are changing, and they won't update the documentation. And there were like 3-4 days where we went like absolutely crazy that okay, we have to make things work.
Sometimes when we are writing the MCP servers, few of the MCP servers we were like trying to find on the GitHub, and then we realized okay, this will won't one. Then we have to write our own MCP servers in our
we
code.
have actually written like code from scratch, and there's like a lot of code that we wrote, and then we scraped it out. We were like, okay, now we don't need this. Now we found an easier solution. So now we don't need this also. We don't need this also. So there has been like a lot of learning like that, right?
Correct.
So actually, coming to tech, we were talking about techies. I think we should also talk about the point when we were hiring. You remember? So when that developer left and we were hiring for the other one, for the position, the thing is, so we obviously won't get experience in AI, right? So as people who are experienced in it, we have to also give them some time to learn about it, or maybe teach them about it. But the normal things, like suppose MERN stack, AWS and all of this, we expect them to know.
Correct.
The problem is that there is so much competition. There are so many applications. At one point, we got like 1,000 plus applications.
2,000 some plus
applications. A lot of, I don't have the count. I'm sure it was like a lot more. But we got so many applications, and we interviewed straight for I think 3-4 days, and we weren't finding the good candidates. So people keep complaining that there are there is so much of competition and there are no opportunities, and I'm telling you, this happens with everyone. So there is still a lot of competition, but I think there are very less people who are able to code without ChatGPT also.
Yeah,
and we even give the option of using ChatGPT.
When we were taking the interview, now we take the interview like you use the ChatGPT, you use Google search or anything, but code this particular solution, right? But there were candidates who were not even able to find the answer, not even able to write good prompts to find the answer. So
I mean, I was just mind blown.
so there is some problem that has been created by ChatGPT and all also thing for the newer
The
people
software
coming in the
developers are
software.
not really developers. They are just, I think, prompt engineers who,
But not writing the clear prompts also. No?
yes, so not even
So
prompt engineers. I
actually the
don't know how
problem is
to
you
define.
have to understand the software development to write good prompts. You should know ki what prompts I'll write
Yeah.
to get the good response, right? So you have to understand the tech for that.
For us, because we have gone through Stack Overflow phase and we know that, okay, this is the problem, this is what we have to focus on.
So I think
we are
I think this
better at it.
ChatGPT and all, no, it is helping more advanced users, more experienced users than the new age developers, right?
So that was definitely easier, that boilerplate code. We never had to worry about it. Even switching between languages, sometimes we get very annoyed that, okay, what is the syntax? We'll just make ChatGPT write that, right? So all of that will happen because we are switching between C++, JavaScript, Python like crazy. Like sometimes we are writing in Python. Like at the same time, once it happened that I am just trying to write npm in Python, and like I'm pip in JavaScript. I'm like, why is it not working? I'm like, okay, I need sleep. So all of these the little things also happen, but okay, yeah. Now I think we can talk about the future plans, how we think about Agentstop, what are the next plans for us. So currently our major focus is on getting as many users and also teaching. So the thing is that most of the people don't know that they can automate their tasks. They are not aware that this is even a repeated task that needs automation.
Keerti, what happens now? So I have worked in a lot of different companies. So whatever the task a company has to automate, they will go and create their own tools and all, and they will automate, right? The market has not seen going towards a particular software which is just there to automate everything.
Correct.
Right, across platforms.
So I think one very interesting thing that we did not tell was that, when we started thinking about this, we were actually talking about that our inspiration is kind of Jarvis. You remember that we used to talk about this, and that is actually kind of true only, because it is like from a WhatsApp or from Telegram, from your phone, you can make everything happen now.
When I was thinking about it, so people are talking a lot about vibe coding these days, right? And when you talk about vibe coding, people talk about the products like Cursor and all. You open the ID, you open VS Code, and then code, and similarly you vibe coder. And I'm like, how is this a vibe coding when you have to open the ID, right?
Correct.
So think about vibe coding when you are actually coding while you are moving on the bus, and then you are actually typing on the WhatsApp.
Not even typing, maybe just
talking on WhatsApp, and then telling, okay, raise this PR, or hey, write this product and push it to GitHub on this repo.
From your phone itself.
Then
from
that is
WhatsApp
real vibe coding, right?
Correct.
So we want to take this product to that level.
Yes. And a lot of so we also want to merge education. Like we want to tell people from every domain that how you can automate your work and why you should be doing it. So I keep talking about it and I keep hearing about it so much that there are not many technically challenging products from India right now. And most of the products that we use, right, like Meta, any product very famous that we use, ChatGPT for that matter, everything seems US based or outside India based. So what from India, right? So we really
Let's
hope.
go deep tech.
Yeah. So see, the hopes are very high and we genuinely feel this could be huge. And you guys please tell us in the comments if you guys feel the same. Because we genuinely think that all the tasks can be done so easily. Your work can be done so easily because of this. So that is the plan now.
Yeah, if I'm allowed to say a little further, so even the plans are now to take it even, but maybe it not so soon, but take it further to not just software automation, but to software and hardware together, automating.
Amit really wants to do that.
Like software and hardware automating together.
So many walks and so many
I'll
dates.
not talk too much about it. It's something that we are working on it, but that's where we want to take this.
I think very less companies focus on hardware plus automation plus software, right? Like the entire thing combined. So that is also there. So we are going to leave over here currently. And please let us know your thoughts. And If there are any other further questions, if you would like more conversations like this where we sit together and
Any
just,
more suggestions is
Yeah.
also welcome.
yeah, we really like, because we've just launched, right? So we really want to hear from you guys what you genuinely think about it. And please give it a shot. And if you face any problems, there will be a lot of more tasks that will be added, of course. So there was this entire discussion about when to launch, right? Because a lot of times we feel ki I've actually written about it on LinkedIn as well, that always we will feel there are so many more tasks that can be automated.
That was also a lot of discussion
Right.
that happened between us.
So he won't let me launch at any point. He'll go like, let's take care of more complex missions, more complex tasks. I'm like, dude, we have to launch at some point and we have to start getting feedback and we have to start getting users, right? And then slowly we make it huge and we start getting more
So we
people.
came to so actually you were the one who said that we'll launch in May, right?
Right.
Then
From
we came to
May
June.
7th to June 7th to June end to July beginning, we were like, oh my God, when is this really launching? Right? So if I just leave it to him, I don't know when this will launch. And I was so
If I leave
particular
up
that
to
we
her,
have to.
we would have launched the first day when we would have started writing the code.
So it's a good team, guys. It's a good team.
Good team, yes.
So yeah, but
But anyway, the thing is ki whatever you are seeing in the product right now, it is going to get much better, and you will have a lot more automations in different fields also.
Right. So we hope you like the candid conversation, and see you guys next time. We hope to see you more like this.
Yep.
See you.
Sundar will agree.
Bye.
Bye.